Good morning, everybody. Let me see if I'm up on my iPad. Nope, not yet. There I am. Okay, well, that way I can see who comes in the comments. The feed um, doesn't show up. Hey, Carol. Good morning. I am so. Oh, hey, Sharon. Um, I can't believe how cold it got last night. Oh my gosh, I was freezing. Hey, Gail. I know that there are places that are colder than us, but oh my gosh, we were like almost 90 a few days ago and then down last night in the 40s. I walked this morning, it was 40 degrees. Hi, Gladys. I know you guys are all excited about seeing some masculine cards. Father's Day's coming. So we got to get ready for those days. Too late for Mother's Day because that's tomorrow, and you shouldn't make your own card anyway. I have to tell you this story. The other night I was getting ready to do a Facebook Live, and just beforehand I got a UPS order, and I couldn't figure out what it was, but it was in a box that said Famous Cheesecake. Well, I don't understand what this is. So after the Facebook Live, I went downstairs, opened it up. My daughter sent me a cheesecake, a normal sized cheesecake for Mother's Day. And when I sent a text, I said, okay, which of you sent me the cheesecake? And they said, it's from both of us. I said, okay. She says, we're going to do a Facebook Live tomorrow, meaning tomorrow, Mother's Day, and you can eat your cheesecake while we chat. So it was like, okay, whatever. I guess, what do you get the woman who has everything? If there's something I want, I go buy it. Yes, it was sweet of them, Carol. They know I love cheesecake, and I had to look it up. It only freezes for like 2 months. So I took it over next door to my neighbors last night. They invited me over. Doug cooks pork chops on the grill, and oh my gosh, they are fabulous. So they invited me over for dinner, and I took the cheesecake for dessert. So we all had a piece of cheesecake. I said, have some, guys. I can only freeze so much. Same to you, Carol. Same to you. Just before I got on, my youngest daughter texted me, all right, here's some things you need to get before Jake comes out. So it's like, wait a minute here. She says, a couple of Matchbox cars and a ramp. I said, all right, I'll check it out when I'm done. So who knows? I have no clue what I'm going to be in for. I know I have to look for a high chair to see if anybody in the neighborhood has a high chair. So I haven't found out about the stroller. I want to ask her that, and then I'm going to send out a message in the neighborhood and say, any of you grandparents have a high chair I could borrow for a week while my grandson is here? So if not, there's a place we can rent one down here. So I will rent them and just get it that way. I'm not going to worry about it at this point. Aw, good for you, Carol, to go see your mom. Bless her for being still around at 93. It's not easy in this day and age. So I hope you have your favorite beverage and you're ready to get started. I'm going to take one more drink and we're going to go ahead and get started on this. So I always move that away. There was one time I didn't. Had my teacup sitting over to the side and I knocked it over all over my project. So I've learned to move it out of the way. All right, here's our clean and simple card. And wait till you see how I step this up for the wow card. Unbelievable. This one is a clean and simple card, but I want to show you that you don't have to have a lot of supplies to create great cards. This is this, oh, I said sail away, and it's sailing home. Okay, all right, whatever, sailing home. I used the lighthouse because I hadn't used that in a while, and the birds. Oh, all right, on this one. But I did pull in the sailboat for the others. So a real simple one. My happy birthday came from the art gallery stamp set. There's no happy birthday in here. So I just went to another set and grabbed it. So quick and easy card. but still looks really good. If you want to step this one up a little bit without going too far, just take and make this a panel and put it on a card base. All right, I stamped my lighthouse in a gray. All right, so I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to take my ink pad to my die, because if I push it down in there, I'm going to have a mess. So, there. All right. Then I'm going to, and I turn this sideways, but I have to make sure I get it straight. Okay. Maybe I better not turn it. I have a tendency to, this one is a tough one. If I don't put it down just right, I stamp it crooked. If I do, we can fix it. Oh, no, there we go. All right, so there's my lighthouse stamped. I took the birds from that set and I used a different gray. Oh, this one doesn't want to open. You can tell I don't use it very much. Got to make sure I'm stamping these right. And I stamped a cluster there and a cluster there, because you know the seagulls are always all over the place with when water's involved. And then Knight of Navy, or a navy, hey Barb, was used to stamp the happy birthday. And I just kind of put it right there because the birds kind of took up some space. Now, you know, it's a great card. Quick, easy, clean, and simple. Like I said, put this on a layer, you know, make this a layer and put it on a different card. But suppose you want a little bit more. Well, that's what I did. I stepped it up. I'm looking for a scrap paper here. The one I used is pretty nasty. Okay, so let's go from this to this. And the first thing you want to do, I've got to find a spot for that one, is you want to stamp your lighthouse on a panel. So I'm going to pull in my panel. Let me move this, I can't see. And then I'm going to pull out my gray again. Hey, Kay. All right, so I've got my stamp it right there, like so. All right, so I've got my lighthouse done. This time I decided I want some water. But before I do my water, I'm going to take my blue and I'm going to stamp my sailboat down about where my water would be. So I just kind of guessed. Then I'm going to take, and I forgot my blending brush. I made a mask of my sailboat. I didn't worry about the water. And I'm going to put my mask down. I wanted the horizon on my water, so what I did was, and I used my grid to help me with this, kind of put my paper down, and, oh, ooh, it's stuck to me. Don't you love it when that happens? You get everything set up. And all right, so I've got that there. And then to hide the side of the lighthouse, I just stuck another piece of Post-it note on there. This was done with masking, well, it's actually removable labels by Avery. And then, I think it's Avery. Yeah, it's Avery. Then I'm going to take out my blue watercolor, and I'm going to use my blending brush, and I'm going to add excuse me, my water in. Now, it does take a while, but once your brush gets loaded with ink, it goes fairly quickly. I thought about it, I could have done it ahead of time. I didn't. And I'm just going, adding in all the way across. And I am trying to start off my paper so that I don't get those blobs. So that's how you avoid it. I'm going all the way up and over top of that mask. When I get over here, I'm going to go underneath. And I want to get up in here. So to do this area, I came down with my blending brush. If you're missing how this is done, don't worry about it. I have another one to do. All right, so I've got my water there. I'm going to take this off because I want to come over here. Some places, the lighthouses are out in the water, and they've just built it up with rocks around it. Some places they're on the tip of a, I guess, piece of land that juts out, for lack of a better term. So I'm just applying the ink, and the next one will go really fast. Okay. And then to check to see if you're happy with it, just pull it up. And I am. So I'm going to take my mask off, set my stuff aside. I'm going to take my mask off of here very carefully so I can use it again. All right. So there I've got my image, I guess you could say, panel done. I'm going to take my navy and stamp my happy birthday. I'm going to stamp it up here. Wouldn't this be a great guide card for all of a sudden I have static sound? Ooh, not sure why. Huh. Wonder. All right, hold on. Let me close out some tabs and see if it'll go away. I got a lot of pages open, and from what I understand, it does affect it. Ooh, I won't close that one. I need that one. I haven't saved it. It's better now? All right, well, I've closed out all my things I had open. I'll get rid of that one too. I can get rid of that one. So I've cut it way down. Oh, okay. I don't know why it did that. All right, I got it way down, so we're in good shape now. We should be. All right, I'm gonna stamp my birds. Thanks for letting me know about the static. Of course, now it sounds like it's going. It's speeding up some. All right. I'm gonna add my birds. Okay, flying around my lighthouse. And then this goes on a piece of navy cardstock. Oh, darn. You know what? I had the cardstock sitting on top of my computer, and I guess it was messing. It was over top. I didn't even realize it. It was over top of the microphone. Sorry, guys. Hi, Linda. So I guess I've learned something new. All right, this is going to go on here. All right, and I'm pulling in my seal. And look at that, ladies. I think I've got the secret to that seal figured out. Now, if you don't like the fact that there is no water over here, you could very easily do it. I left it that way and all. So there's the stepped up version. But now check this one out, ladies. There's the wow. And I did a lot of work ahead of time because I didn't want you to be here all day as I do some of this. I mean, we all have things to do. All right, let me move this. I don't want to put that up there. We've got to create our mask again, and this time we're going all the way across. So I'm going to put that one there, and I'm going to use the little one here on top, but you got to match it up. All right, so I've got my mask for my horizon, and I'm going to pull in my, I don't know why these are doing this all of a sudden. They won't open up for me. Okay, this one should go a lot faster because it's already primed with lots of ink. I have a bunch of these in different sizes, so I don't specify mine for one color. I wash mine out and reuse them. Probably could have grabbed a bigger one. Didn't think of that. Wasn't thinking when I grabbed it. But I'm just going to go across. I'm going to add the water. Don't you love that? It looks like surf, doesn't it? Oh, I thought it was a cool idea when I saw it. Oh. Okay. So I'm just going to keep adding my ink all over. Oh, I've got to blend that in a little bit better. I didn't start off, but that's what happens if you don't start off. I'm sorry about the dings, guys. Michaela is sending me all kinds of texts. I got a feeling I'm going to be spending a lot of money for them to come out here to visit, but that's okay. I have not seen Jake since he was 1 month old. So I am so excited. I mean, I've seen him in FaceTime, things like that. She does try to FaceTime me frequently. I let her call me because of Jake's schedule and her work schedule. It's just easier. And he knows who I am now. He smiles when he sees me. And the other day he said my name. I was so excited. Okay, I think that's good enough for now. And again, pull your paper up and see. And if you're happy, then you can stop. All right, so I've got that. Now, to do this piece, what I did was I did the same thing on the edge of a card. And I have to stop and think. When you tear this, you want to tear it towards you so you get that white edge. So just do little pieces and tear it towards you. Now, if you really wanted to go quite a ways with this and really get some fun things, you can add some sparkle to the edge so it looks like the sun is glistening on those waves. But doesn't that, Carol, they live in California. Doesn't that look so cool like that? I just think it was fabulous. All right, I'm going to pull this in because I need to put, now when you put this down, don't go all the way to the top because you've got to be able to get your boat underneath. So I kind of went off there, and then you put this on even with the bottom. So I did one side and then I worked my way over, like so. The boat goes on. I was doing so good. Come on here. There it is. I didn't twist it and the way I pulled it. Yeah, it's rough. All right, so I'm going to stick my boat. I'm just going to pick that up very slightly and push my boat in, but you don't want to go too far. Okay, you don't want to hide the whole bottom of the boat. So I've got that. This stamp set has coordinating dies, so I stamped my lighthouse and I used the die and cut it out. And I'm going to pop this up. So I'm going to add some dimensionals, foam tape, pop dots, whatever you want to call them. All right, and there's that. And then one more right there in the middle. And I don't stamp my birds till I have this on here because I don't want to hide the birds. Hey Marty, I didn't see you come in. Okay, so this goes on, and I'm going to kind of put it down here because you need some space to be able to put your seagulls. So I'm going to pull in my gray again, and these are two different grays. Stampin' Up Smoky Slate and Stampin' Up Gray Granite. So just pull two grays that you have and use those. And then I'm going to put the others here. And it looks dark, but it does dry lighter. I don't know why it does that, but that's just the way it works. All right, before I put my sentiment on, I'm going to take and I'm going to put it on a navy card base, like so. All right. See, I did something wrong with that long one because a lot of it is the angle and not pushing hard. I have discovered don't push hard, and I have a heavy hand. So, but I am so ecstatic that that works, that I don't have to use the green glue anymore, but that's okay. There. Now, you could stamp your sentiment on there, but then it needed something. So I took the die from the Art Gallery stamp set, and I stamped my happy birthday, cut it out, and then cut a piece out of navy, and I cut it a little longer than this one so that it, oh, you know what? I did that wrong. These don't go on here like this. I almost blew it because I wanted to offset it. All right, so I got to tear this off. And naturally, these are the ones that are going to stick the hardest. All right, got them off. Okay, put your dimensionals, pop dots, whatever you want to call them, on the blue piece. All right. So let me get these on, and then I'll take the backs off of this and add it to my card base. And then I'll add the sentiment. So I'm going to put it right about there, like so, and make sure it's straight. The first one I put down wasn't straight. This one's off just slightly. This one's giving me a fit today. There we go. All right, now to do this, what I did was I took glue dots, all right, and I used my pokey tool, and I rolled it up like so, and I put 3 of them across the top. And the reason I rolled it is I didn't want it to go down and stick down to my card base, because then the sentiment layer would be wonky. So just roll it up into a tube almost and stick it down. All right. And then I put this on and I put it even on this edge so that I had the space at the top. And there's the wow card. So we went from clean and simple to stepped up to wow. All right, and I love the wow. You could use like Wink of Stella on here, but I was thinking Stickles even would work. You'd have to give it time to dry, but that would really make it glisten if you had that on there. But I think it's a great card and perfect for a guy, especially a guy who likes the water for Father's Day. So what do you think? Another idea for this stamp set? I love it when we come up with different ideas for stamp sets. I mean, that's what I like to do. Yeah, and it's not hard to do. It really isn't. Thanks, Linda. Thanks, Barb. Thanks, Vicki. So, I mean, great, clean and simple, quick cards. So, and if you don't have this stamp set, find another stamp set. Maybe you have one. I mean, you could easily do this if you have 2 sailboats and just do the sailboats on it. You'd have to put some water on here. And I think that's why I didn't use the sailboat, because there wasn't any water. But you could easily add water there. Thanks, Janice. All right, I'm going to go back to my face view now that you guys have seen it, and I've got my tea. I didn't get my little number saying how many were in here watching me. So I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. There's a number over to the side. I wonder if that's it. Maybe there's a little eyeball over to the side and it says 6. So we'll see, but there we go. I love this stamp set. I was so glad it didn't retire. I am playing with it using masculine paper. The paper we had before went with it. But if you have like navy or blue striped paper, that would be good. I'm just trying to come up with different paper you could use with this, because we don't have a matching paper with it this year. So, oh, thanks, Linda. Yep, that's what mine says. So Facebook is changing it all the time. It's just unbelievable. It wouldn't let me go live until I typed in a description. I mean, it's just, who knows? But I got it figured out. They're making changes all the time. I was looking for my post to make sure all the measurements for this card will be posted after this is over. I usually have it set to go at 11:30 because I'm usually done by then, so you can get all the measurements. And you can actually see the pictures good, because I show the picture again also. So, you know, but I couldn't find it. It took me 10 minutes to find out where everything is. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to see it. I don't know if you guys have heard it. I have had like 6 texts from Michaela because she says, we've come up with a few things we think you should have before Jake gets there. It's like, okay, guess I'm going to be going shopping. Good thing I found that place to rent the stuff from. And I did send her the link, because I think I'm going to be renting some things, especially like a high chair, if nobody in the neighborhood has a high chair. I don't know what they were doing for the stroller. I've checked that out. But if not, we're renting one, because I'm not buying that stuff for them for a week. No, I'll rent it. All right, ladies. I hope you have a great day. I hope it warms up for you. We're not supposed to be too warm today. But hopefully it'll start to warm up, and at least it's sunny. We had a beautiful rainbow last night because it rained and the sun came out. So I hope you have a great day. You have some fun plans tomorrow. Celebrate your day, relax, get carry out, whatever, so that you can enjoy Mother's Day. So I will see you Thursday night in the group at 7:30, and we're gonna stamp together. I'll give you all the measurements. We're gonna make a card. I'll put them all up on Monday so you have plenty of time to get it straight. I know what card layout I'm doing. I just have to decide on my card. And we'll do some stamping together. So Thursday night at 7:30 in the group. And then I will be back here next Saturday at 10:30 with One Card, Three Styles. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye.